Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of my general live reading show, Astrological reading show. I am your host Taruk, and I'm a minute early. It's 1:59, so I'm just gonna wait till it's 2 to start the show. I left off yesterday with Virgo, so we're gonna start with Libra. Okay, so you guys want to check out part 1, you could definitely go on my YouTube channel, of course. And yeah, you guys can find part 1 there. And I hope you guys enjoy the show. So let's get it started. Let's shuffle the cards. I'm calling on all of the enlightened ancestors from across the world. Okay, I'm calling on the ancestors to come through and lay their spiritual knowledge and wisdom onto these cards. And I want these cards to resonate with the viewers who are going to watch this show. I want these cards to hit home with the viewers. I want, the powers of synchronicity to lay into these cards so that only the people who watch this show or who are supposed to watch this show, get this information, that this resonates with people who watch this show, all the signs who just happen to click on this channel and watch this show. I want this reading to resonate with you. So I'm calling the ancestors to come through and make that happen, since they know everything, since they know past, present, and future, and can create situations that align with you. And once again, I am using the African deck. It's my trusty African deck. So yeah, we are shuffling for Libra. Okay, so the present position is the 7 of Wands. Now this card is about somebody who's fighting for a position, or people want to fight you for your position. So I'm kind of picking up like you're in the leadership role. This may have to do with work. I'm definitely picking up work here. And it seems like you are in a position equal to other people. And now it seems like you have risen to the top, and maybe you've been promoted at your job. That's what I'm picking up, Libra. You're promoted at your job, and it seems like now you have some type of competition going on. You're having some type of situation happening where these other people were vying for this position, and now since you have it, and now you're in a higher position than everyone else, your other peers, now it seems that, you're having to kind of fight, and these people have to listen to you. It seems like you're now their leader, or you're now the one that's kind of over these people, where once you were equal to them, now you're higher up. So it seems like there is some tension there. But this card is telling me that they have to listen to you, because you see up here, there's like a girl, and these boys over here are paying attention to the girl. So even though they want to fight you, they have to pay attention to you because you're now in a higher position. So that is a pretty challenging situation to be in. So that's the first card, the present position. Now the immediate influences is the 8 of Pentacles. So this is about work. So clearly this reading to me is about work. So this card is saying that you're a hard worker. You've been working hard. You deserve this position. So don't let other people make you feel bad about where you are now. Don't let other people make you feel like you don't deserve it. Like, somebody else should have gotten this position. You put in the time, you put in the work. So you deserve this position, that's pretty simple. Don't beat yourself up over, your coworkers not liking you, or the friendships changing in the workplace because of this position. You demand respect, and you deserve to be respected and this card is showing that you put in the work, you put in the time, the dedication, the commitment to be in the position that you are now. Now, the next card is the goal or destiny, and it's the Five of Swords. So this card is telling me that you're going to have to eventually either cut somebody off, if you have the power to fire someone, or even end a coworker type of friendship, or maybe even put your foot up their ass, you know, and stop playing Mr. Nice Guy, you know, and really show them who you are as far as like a businessman or woman and a leader, you know, in this position. And sometimes you're gonna have to get ugly, you know, not like all the way ugly, but you know, like if these coworkers are being disrespectful or they're not listening to you, you need to kind of, you know, remind them that you're in a leadership position and you're higher up above them, and they need to listen to you and respect you. Now, the next card is the distant past, and it's the Strength card. Now, this card in the distant past to me is showing that you've had to hold your tongue a lot. You've had to kind of like not say how you feel, you know, and I kind of feel like maybe that's how you got, like how things moved for you in this situation. You weren't saying how you feel. You kind of were holding your tongue because maybe these are your friends, or your coworkers that you've been working with for a long time, and you just develop these kind of relationships. So now that you're in this higher position, probably in the past you have, you know, not spoken what you felt. Like if somebody did something wrong, or you know, somebody came in late, or they said something to you, like you kind of kept it to yourself, you know, with the Strength card, like you held back that lion, you know. So with this card, I feel like you have to let that lion go. Stop holding this lion back, because they demand respect. You demand respect. Okay, so the recent past is the Queen of Chalices. So, you know, this card is saying that you are a very caring, emotional person. You know, you are very sensitive, you are kind, you are nice, you are benevolent, and all of those things. So I do see this aspect of you with this Queen of Chalices, that you are somebody who, you know, may not want to release your anger or, you know, your frustrations on people. And I'm not telling you to do that, but it's a certain way that you have to demand authority, without appearing to be somebody who can be, you know, stepped on and walked over. So with this Queen of Chalices, it's showing me, you know, this aspect of you that, you know, you may not want to let that line out. You know, you have very soft type of go with the flow energy to you, when, you know, you might have to have that balance of having that good energy, or that, you know, smooth energy, but also letting that line out when it needs to be let out. So that's the recent past. Now, the future influence is the World card. Now, you know, one of the definitions for this card is having a good reputation, you know, amongst your peers, you know, the people who you work with or work for you. So, you know, the World card to me symbolizes that you having this balance, you having this balance of respect and authority. You know, you're easygoing, but yet you are also authoritative. You know, it's going to be a good balance for you, you know, and people are going to respect you. So you will have a good reputation, you know, having that right balance of both, of being, you know, somebody who people can respect, but also, you know, come to for help, or, you know, have a laugh with. You know, people like that. So I feel like in the future, you know, you're going to be respected. People are going to respect you, and you're not going to deal with this combativeness once you release that lion. And, you know, you have to sometimes put your foot up people's butts, you know, to demand respect, and for people to kind of realize, like, okay, I see. And, you know, after that, people will start changing the way that they are towards you. So definitely, Libra, really good reading for you. Now, the next sign that we're going to do is Scorpio. And I'm a Scorpio, so we'll see what the cards have to say. I hope they're not too shady. Alrighty. Oh, Jesus. These cards. Okay, so a lot of these came out similar to the Libra, and I'm just going to take it like this is what Scorpio needs to get. So the present position is a strength card. Now, this is the card that's saying that Scorpio, you've been holding back. You know, you've been holding back a lot of your true wildness, your true aggression. Like, I feel like Scorpios, you know, a lot of us, we keep a lot of things inside. You know, we hold back. You know, Scorpios, we have an entire world inside of us that 99.99999% of the world doesn't even know. You know, so I kind of feel like a lot of times that holds us back. You know, so this card to me is kind of saying like, Scorpio, you've been holding back, and it's kind of time to once again release that lion to the world, you know, and let that out to the world. So that's the present position. And I kind of feel like this also has to do with work-related situations, because I feel like this card is saying, you know your true potential. You know that you could just be this lion and just ravage the world and take over, you know, but a part of you kind of fears that. So, you know, this is the present position. Now, the next card is the immediate influences, and it's the Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Pentacles, you know, this is the card about somebody who's putting in work, somebody who's a hard worker. So, Scorpio, you've been putting in the work, you've been putting in the time, you're putting in the dedication and commitment. Okay, so, but a part of me, you know, feels like, once again, with this strength card, that you're holding back, you know, or you kind of feel like you're not seeing everything that you want. And maybe that's why you're holding back as far as, you know, putting in this time and dedication and commitment, but you have to wait, you know, things take time. So I'm definitely seeing it with these two cards. Now, the next card is the Goal or Destiny, and it's the Five of Swords. So this card to me is telling me that, you know, you may need to get rid of some people who are holding you back, people who are trying to steer you in a different direction or change the route which you want to go. You know, people who may not believe in you, people who may, you know, be making you question yourself, which I feel is why this card is coming up, this strength card, like, you know, and then we see a lion up here too. So I kind of feel like, you know, you've been listening to people and their opinions of you and what they've had to say about you and telling you, well, no, don't do this, you know, or maybe this path is not right for you. Maybe you need to do something else, like, or maybe you need to, you know, so I kind of feel like this card is saying you need to let those people go. Now, the next card is the Distant Past, and it's the Seven of Wands. So once again, is this combative energy. You know, you have had people for a very long time now trying to combat with you and your stance and your belief on things. And, you know, these people, they want your position. I feel like that is a secret to a lot of these situations where these people tell you things, you know, tell you like, oh, don't do this, don't do that. Well, I don't think you should take this job. I don't think you should go over here or do this. It's because they don't want to see you progress or move up in life. So they want to hold you back, you know, from where you are supposed to be. So this is the distant past. Now, the recent past is the Four of Chalices. And, you know, this has to do with once again, people who are close to you who are kind of putting you in a compromised position. Because the Four of Chalices, and as you see here, you know, there's a lion and a little boy, and the lion, the baby lion, has been eating all of the food, and all of the cups are spilled. So it's kind of leaving the little boy, you know, this going like this, like, you know, kind of confused, uncertain, questioning himself, you know. And it's funny because we're seeing lions here. This is the third lion. So I'm kind of feeling, you know, and lion is that fire energy. So I kind of feel like maybe Scorpio, you need to balance your fire and your water energy. Or maybe this is somebody who has a lot of fire in his or her astrological chart. So Scorpio, I kind of feel like this card is reinstating what the reading to me is generally speaking of, and it's having these people in your life who are holding you back and who are not contributing and are kind of like emotionally spilling over your cups. You know, that they're not really in agreement with you or for you. So that's the recent past. Now the future influence is the Knave of Chalices. Now, to me, this card is about understanding yourself, about having confidence, about having knowledge of yourself, a full understanding, you know. And once you embrace your fiery aspects, once you know, embrace this lion and let it out, you know, because this man, he's having a taste of the water. You know, this is his emotional river. So it's like you finally come to terms with yourself, with your darker aspects and your lighter aspects. You know, this is a card about resolution, finding resolve to things. So I kind of feel like you are going to work this out and you are going to handle the situation and remove these people from your life that aren't supposed to be in it, or that are holding you back, or that are putting pressure on you to kind of change your route. You know, when you know what route you need to take. So that's for Scorpio. Now the next sign that we're going to do is Sagittarius. Let's do Sagittarius. Okay. Now the present position is the King of Swords. So Sagittarius, you know, this is a card about somebody who is very logical. This is a person, you know, a man or a woman, but you know, the king is masculine energy. So this is like somebody who is very logical. They're very about facts. You know, this is a person who is about the truth. They're about the law. You know, this is a protector, somebody who's a defender, somebody who takes care of the weaker. You know, the King of Swords, he is secure in his position as somebody who knows who he is, knows what he's doing. This person does not let other people sway him or her easily. You know, they're very sure of themselves, okay, and they're standing in their square correctly. You know, so you can't be shaken, you cannot be moved. So the King of Swords is a definite, strong, powerful mental card. You have very mentally strong capabilities, Sagittarius. So that's the present position. Now the immediate influences is the King of Chalices. So to me, this card, and this might be kind of directed towards a male I'm picking up. I mean, if there are females out there who resonate with this reading, of course, you know, that's perfectly fine. But, you know, the King of Chalices, this is an emotional card. You know, this is a man or a woman who is a protector. This is somebody who, you know, so you have two king cards. This is very powerful. So to me, this is saying that you have a leader, dominant, type of personality and energy, which, you know, a lot of Sagittarius, they do have very dominant energy, since they are, you know, fire. You know, fire is very dominant, it is very strong. So Sagittarius, I feel like you have very strong energy, but it seems like you also have a balance, because, you know, you also have the King of Chalices. So even though you are very stern, you are very logical, you don't put up with the BS. You know, you're not swayed or moved by trends or things that, you know, people are doing, but there's a part of you that is very soothing. You know, that you do take care of people. People do come to you when they need advice, when they need help. You know, there is a part of you that is like a river, you know, that is very soft and soothing, and, you know, and not as intimidating or imposing as maybe the King of Swords may be. That you do have an aspect to you that is more inviting and more open. So that's definitely what I'm seeing with the King of Chalices. Now the goal or destiny is the Eight of Chalices. Now for you, Sagittarius, you know, this card is showing me that you are in a leadership position. So, you know, with these two king cards and then this card, this is saying that, you know, people listen to you, people gravitate towards you, and they come to you. And it's so funny because this person is holding a bow. So this is an archer, and we all know Sagittarius is an archer. So, you know, these cards. So yeah, so this archer, you know, he holds the secrets. You know, he's the one holding the weapon, and the people are around him listening to him. And then you have this man up here, you know, speaking on a podium. So, you know, you are someone who people listen to, who people gravitate towards too, and they come to you for advice, for knowledge. So definitely Sagittarius, you're in a leadership position. And this may be with work, this may be, you know, with family, with friends. You know, you are a lot of people's rocks, you know, and that is definitely showing up with these two cards, with these two king cards. Now the distant past foundation is the Knave of Wands. Now the Knave of Wands, this is a card that is about excitement. You know, this is a card that is speaking of, you know, somebody who is who's very thrilled about an idea, who's willing to share, you know, somebody who has a genuine interest in something, whether that be work related, and you want to share it to the world, okay, which kind of is coming up with this card. So I'm kind of seeing that maybe there is some type of invention or idea or situation that you have, you know, stumbled onto, that you're very excited to share with the world, to wake everyone up to this new idea. Because, you know, this man in this card, he has this wand with fire on it. So, you know, it's kind of like, wake up, you know, I have this new thing, you know. So, and he's also kind of standing on this podium, this pedestal. So you are at a higher level. So people do respect you and gravitate towards you. Sagittarius, this card is telling me that, you know, you were onto something, some type of knowledge, some type of wisdom, that you were eager to share with the world. So that's the distant past. Now the recent past is the Five of Chalices. Now this card, you know, I know the right away it may have one definition of it, but this card symbolizes like a betrayal. So I'm not sure, Sagittarius, if you've been betrayed by someone, and you've had to retaliate or attack them back. I'm not speaking of on a physical level, but on a verbal, emotional level. Maybe this person hurt you, and, you know, because the cups were spilled, all five were spilled, and then this child is stabbing, you know, this creature. So it's a retaliation. So you had to, seems like you have been emotionally hurt by somebody, maybe somebody you're close to, and you had to, you know, retaliate, because Sagittarius are known to, you know, be very strong-minded, and also, you know, they have, I don't want to say a slick mouth, but, you know, Sagittarius knows how to defend themselves verbally, and, you know, they can cuss you the hell out, okay? So, yeah, this is the recent past. Now the future influence is the Three of Pentacles, and look at that, we have another archer here. So two archers in a reading for Sagittarius. I mean, where they do that at? Where? So the future influence is the Three of Pentacles, and this is a card about, you know, being successful as far as money and making money from what you do. So I feel like, you know, this idea that you came up with, you're going to be very successful at it. This new venture that you're excited to share with the world, you're going to be making money off of it, and you're going to, you know, you're going to be successful, basically. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he's once again an archer, and you see these coins over here. So he's been making money. This is a card about somebody who can even be a celebrity, very well known, somebody who, you know, is respected and revered for what they do. So yeah, Sagittarius, a very good reading for you. Now, the next sign that we're going to do is Capricorn. So let's Once again, you know, let's call on the ancestors to come through for Capricorn. Okay. All right, Capricorn. So the present position is the Strength card. So this is a card about balance. Once again, about, you know, knowing when to say something, when to not say something, knowing when to move, when not to move, being aware of your inner energies and your inner balance, knowing when to hold that line back and knowing when to release it. So to me, this is saying that, you know, you may have had to watch what you say in certain situations with people. So, you know, let's see where the reading goes and how I can put this all together. So that's the first card, is the Strength card, which is, you know, once again, balancing energies, knowing when to react, when to, you know, balance emotion and intellect, when to know when you respond to something that you may not agree with or that may hurt you, and knowing when to kind of keep that inside and not reveal that, you know. So yeah, that's the present position. Now, the immediate influences is the Knight of Wands. And this is a card about metamorphosis. It's a card about transformation, you know, about finally being ready to get out there and branch out. You know, this is a card about movement, about excitement, you know, about finally, you know, breaking free. So I kind of feel like, you know, you've been holding back. You've been holding back. You know, this is a mouth and this is a mouth. So you've been holding that mouth. I think it's time to let it go and break free. That's what I'm seeing here. Now, the next card is the Goal or Destiny, and it's the Ace of Chalices. Now, this is a card about abundance, about vitality. It's a card about inexhaustible energy. So having so much that you're actually pouring back. You know, she has so much water that she's actually pouring it back into the river. So this is the card, is, to me, it's saying that, you know, you are a very emotional person. You do have a lot of emotion inside of you that you've been holding back, a lot of excitement inside of you that you've been holding back. You are a very energetic person. You are a very lively person who, you know, is very excited about life, and you move around, you go places, you travel. So to me, this is saying, you know, don't hold that energy back. I feel like this card is saying, let that energy go. You know, like kind of sing like a geyser, you know, let it blow, let it explode, you know, let it overflow, stop holding it back. So that's the Goal or Destiny. Now the next card is the Distant Past Foundation, and it's the Two of Pentacles. This is a card, you know, it's about balancing, you know, having two different forms of money, maybe, or avenues where money is coming. This is a card, you know, that's symbolizing also, you know, like good times. And in my deck, this card can symbolize, you know, like happiness, celebration, good cheer, you know, playfulness. So, you know, this is a card that to me is speaking of, I'm seeing like friendships or family situation. And I'm seeing that, you know, with all of these cards, I'm picking up that you've had to maybe have multiple avenues of money because people have had to rely on you. That's what I'm picking up. And I kind of feel like you've been holding back your true self because you've had to, you know, balance these situations as far as like money and family and maybe your friends as well. And it seems like people have been relying on you to entertain them. It seems like you have been the one that people kind of have been taken advantage of. You know, it seems like you've been putting all this time and effort into entertaining people, into proving to people that you are, you know, this you know, wonderful person, or, you know, like I can make you guys laugh, when really I feel like you need to kind of go inward, you know, into yourself, which I feel like is a Strength card showing, you know. So yeah, that's what I'm picking up in the distant past. Now, the recent past is the Four of Wands. Now, the Four of Wands, you know, this is the card about refuge. It's a card about, you know, having somewhere that you can be your true self, somewhere that you can let your hair down, that you can, you know, find solace, a place that is only for you, that you can kind of tune out the world and focus on yourself, you know. So I'm kind of feeling like you have a lot of confliction when it comes to your situation, because in one aspect you are holding back and you're ready to let go and you have all of this energy, but yet I feel like you've been kind of focusing your energy on the wrong things. And, you know, looking at the Two of Pentacles, it kind of feels like you have some type of uncertainty, because, you know, when I look at this guy's face, he's looking kind of like scared, like, is this the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? Am I entertaining these people correctly? Am I funny enough? Am I pretty enough? Am I enough? You know, and that's what I feel like is holding you back. So I'm definitely seeing that, you know, and I'm also seeing that, you know, in the recent past, you've had to kind of take a break from this, take a break from people. So that's what I'm seeing with the Four of Wands. Now, the next card is the Future Influence, and it's a Seven of Chalices. And this card can mean uncertainty, you know, which is what I was seeing here with the previous card. You know, the the Seven of Chalices, you know, this is the card about kind of like not knowing what to do next, you know, because this person has their hand on their face or their mask, which is saying that you're not being your true self. So you're not being your true self, Capricorn. You're not. And this card is definitely showing it. You know, you're wearing a mask, you know, you're holding back this lion, you're currently, you know, working on this metamorphosis. You know, you have all of this energy inside of you that needs to be let out, you know, but yet at the same time, you're unsure of who you are when it comes to being around people, because you're holding back this lion, you know. And then with the Four of Wands, I feel like, you know, you're finally at a place where you can find solace within yourself, and you're working on that now to get into this lion. But the Future Influence, it's like you're going to be unsure of yourself, you know, and I kind of feel like people around you are going to make you feel unsure. And my advice to you is, don't let these people, don't let these emotional influences affect you, because you do have a strong emotional type of personality. But don't let people make you second guess, because that's what they've been doing to you this whole time, is making you second guess yourself, making you second guess yourself. So stop letting people making you second guess yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my my spiel, or whatever, however you say it, or my, you know, my advice to you, Capricorn, is don't let people make you second guess yourself, you know. And you have to work on that, and I'm telling you, work on it. So the next sign we're going to be focusing on is Aquarius. So let's shuffle these cards and call on these ancestors to come through. Why did that happen? So let's see. To come through for Aquarius. Okay. Now, how hilarious is it that we're doing Aquarius and this card comes up? Now, we all know how Aquariuses are known to be wanderers, or people who move, people who are not stagnant, who, you know, relocate and go from one place to another. And this is the present position. This card is about moving, about relocating. It's a card about fast decisions, about making decisions, you know, within a short span of time. So Aquarius, it seems like maybe you've had a new opportunity that you have to relocate, a new apartment or new house you're going to move into. You know, you might be moving to a different state. So, you know, this is a card about movement, about relocation, about picking up your things and moving along. So definitely Aquarius, this is a card about movement or moving. Now, the next card is the immediate influences, and it's the Justice card. Now, the Justice card, it's a card about, balance, about trial and order, about reestablishing order, reestablishing, what is right. It's a card about, receiving justice. So I kind of feel like maybe you have been wronged in the past by someone, and I'm kind of feeling like it may be more than one person. I'm feeling like it's been a group of people who have maybe done you wrong, and you've had to kind of reclaim some type of justice, or that you're going to. And I kind of feel like it's going to be proven with your success, because they do say that the greatest form of revenge is success. Okay, so that's the immediate influence. Now, the goal or destiny is the Six of Chalices, and this is the card about remembering the past, about focusing on the past. So I kind of feel like, these people that you've had to kind of cut off and move away from, you're still kind of focused on them, or you're going to be focused on them. So I kind of feel like maybe these people, were family members or good friends, alleged good friends in the past, who you were very trustworthy of, who you, enjoyed their company. So the Six of Chalices, this card to me is saying that you are still going to be focused on these people. You're going to be thinking about the good in them, the positive times, the happy times where you were laughing and celebrating and having a good old time, even though that you had to cut them off and move on and move forward, and I want to go back to this first card. Maybe, this card, it is about moving, but it may also kind of be like moving away from people, as far as like cutting friends or alleged friends off. You've had to kind of distance yourself from these people. Now, the distant past foundation is a Three of Wands. Now, this correlates with, these friends, these fake friends, who saw you as less than them. These were hyenas. And it seems like they wanted to keep you down, keep you in a place where they knew that they couldn't control you, but you're not having that, because like I said, you're a wanderer, you move, and Aquariuses are bold. You guys like to, you guys can be very fresh and, say very, I don't want to say rude or hurtful things, but you guys, can be a little cold. So I kind of feel like this card is saying that, these people, once you kind of cross the threshold and maybe you said something or you did something that they didn't like, they pounced on you and they attacked you because you made a bold movement. You finally spoke up and you finally stood up to yourself, or stood up for yourself. And these people, these alleged friends, became these hyenas and pounced on you. So that's what I'm seeing with the distant past. Now, the recent past is the Six of Pentacles. And, this is a card about wishes being granted. It's a card about you receiving money. You see this entity up here, this really tall, powerful looking man, and he has his hands out like, what do you want? And this boy over here, is kind of like asking him, and you see money here on the floor. I mean, it doesn't show up pretty good on the camera. And you also see here people moving on a train. So once again, a card about movement, a card about not being stagnant. So this is telling me that, you have saved up your money, or you have were given money, or, you came onto some money that gave you the ability to move or change your situation. So, that's the recent past foundation. So it kind of gave you the ability to move away from these people. Now, the next card is the future influence, and it's the Ace of Swords. It's about power. It's a card about conquest. It's a card about strength and domination. So I feel like, this is a card that's saying that you will be triumphant. You will overcome these people. You will get your justice. And it's in the form of your own inner power, of your own inner success. you know, showing these people who you are and what you're made of, you know, and then laughing at them because they took you for granted, they took advantage of you, you know, and they attacked you for speaking out or speaking up for yourself. They attacked you, and you will get your justice, and that is power and success and triumph, Aquarius. So the last sign is Pisces. And let's get to shuffling, and I'm calling on all of the ancestors, all of the enlightened ancestors from across the world, come through for Pisces and give me what Pisces needs in this reading. Ooh, child. Okay, so the present position, Pisces, is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords. Now, this is a card about, you know, somebody being slayed. You know, this is a card about somebody, you know, being kind of like denied or oppressed. This is a card that can symbolize somebody who has lost privileges, somebody who has been dishonored. You know, I'm kind of picking up looking at this. Well, you know what, let's wait till we add everything and put everything together. But, you know, maybe recently you've had to cut somebody off or remove somebody from your path, remove somebody who betrayed you, who betrayed your trust, or maybe you even betrayed somebody's trust. You know, maybe you lied to someone and they had to kind of cut you off and slay you one time, Pisces. So, yeah, the Five of Swords, you know, it's a card about defeat, you know. So, and it seems like, you know, it was approved. The universe approved this. Okay. So yeah, that's the present position. Now, the immediate influences is the Knave of Chalices. Now, I'm feeling like this was an emotional situation, and I'm picking up that, you know what, Pisces? Me looking at this reading, this was done to you. This was done to you. You were slayed. Somebody cut you off. Somebody betrayed you, and you know, it seems like this could have been a relationship or somebody close to you who you guys have been kind of going through this over and over again. You know, you've been trying to resolve the situation emotionally, but I don't think it's been working for you. That's what I'm picking up with this card. You know, this is a card about trying to resolve a situation. This is a card about, you know, speaking and having secrets. You know, so it seems like there have been secrets that you've been holding back, where the person has been holding back. There has been a lack of communication, a lack of honesty and truth when it comes to this relationship, whether it be a love-oriented or family-oriented, friend-oriented. But definitely these two cards are saying that there was some hurt. There was hurting. You know, there was pain, emotional pain involved, and you had to get rid of that, or they had to get rid of you. So the next card is the Goal or Destiny, and it's a Seven of Wands. So this is a card, once again, about fighting. It's a card about turmoil. It's a card about, you know, people trying to bring you down, and you're being attacked. You know, you are being attacked. You definitely are being attacked. I'm picking up, you know, because, yeah. And I kind of feel like it may be more than one person. I'm picking up maybe a group of people who are coming for you. Maybe you guys got into it, you know, maybe you had to break off a few friendships, or maybe you've been cheating on somebody, and maybe, you know, your official relationship person or your partner, you know, had to cut you off, and maybe the mistress or the, you know, the man or whoever you were cheating with also cut you off, and maybe they're both coming after your head, Pisces. So that's what I'm kind of seeing now. they're coming after your head, Pisces. You have been cheating on these people. You may have had even 2 or 3 different sex partners. You know, you may have had multiple sex partners, and now they are all against you. They are all against you, Pisces. That's what I'm definitely seeing with this card. Now, the distant past foundation is the 8 of Pentacles. And this is a card about, you know, dedication, about commitment, about hard work. And, you know, as far as this card, I'm seeing that, you know, you have put in, excuse me, you have put in some type of, you know, time, dedication, and commitment to this relationship. But, you know, Pentacles is about money, and it's earth oriented. And, you know, I'm picking up this has to do with sex. I feel like it definitely has to do with sex. I kind of feel like you have a reputation. You know, you have a reputation as someone who, you know, probably is known for their prowess. Somebody who, you know, people are attracted to, who people want to probably, you know, sleep with. And you have been, you know, kind of like stacking up these, you know, notches under your belt, you know, and you think it's cute. You think it's cute, you know, so you're building up a body count, basically. That's what I'm picking up on this. Okay, so that's the distant past. Now, the recent past is the Chariot card. Now, the Chariot card, you know, this is about movement, about charging forward, you know, so I kind of feel like, you know, you want to act like it doesn't bother you, like you don't care, because, you know, this card can also symbolize somebody who is full of themselves, somebody who's a megalomaniac, somebody who is kind of like, who thinks that they're just, you know, this hot-ish. You know, you think you're so hot, you think you're so, you know, amazing. And yeah, so the Chariot card, I feel like, you know, you want to charge forward, and you kind of want to be like, well, screw you. I screwed all of you guys over. Yeah, you guys broke it off with me, but I'm going to keep marching forward, and I don't give a damn, you know. So that's the recent past. Now, the future influence is a 10 of Wands. So I'm seeing that you're acting like this, but really this is what's going to happen. Okay, these people who you've done wrong, they're going to come after you, and they're going to want retribution in one way or another. So you're going to have to kind of watch out for yourself. You know, it seems like you did hurt these people. I feel like you did. It seems like you cheated on someone, or you had a group of people, maybe 2 or 3 different partners, who you were saying one thing to each, and each of them discovered each other, basically. And I'm kind of picking up maybe on social media. So yeah, it seems like you're going to be worn out. You're going to be kind of like feeling oppressed, feeling like, you know, you are being drained of energy. You know, these people are going to be hounding you. So yeah, Pisces, it's not such a good reading, but, you know, my advice to you is that, you know, you need to kind of be in awareness of people's emotions. And if you're going to be in a relationship, you know, you need to want to be in a relationship, and, you know, practice monogamy. And, you know, people do have feelings. People do, you know, care about being cheated on, and you can't expect someone to just constantly, you know, allow you over and over again to, you know, manipulate and use them, and, you know, thinking you can just work it out every single time and it's all going to be good. You know, eventually people are going to want to fight back and be combative against you. Oh, and let's not forget the first card, which was the Five of Swords. So you know, yeah, 10 of Wands. Okay, so that's my astrological general reading part 2 for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see if I do this every month. We'll see. I can't make any promises, and I definitely will be posting more YouTube videos and doing more readings, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for watching.